as they're being eliminated. See, we can't be destroyed. Look at everything that we have been through, right? As far back as you can think, or as far back as you may have researched, okay, we've been here. They done pricked, they done pronged us, they done did this, did that, humped us, whatever you want to add in on that. And guess what? We're still here and we're still standing because they can't destroy us.
Wow.
This dude is bleeding fucking blow. Let me see.
You say he was bleeding yellow?
Now, I'll send it to you. If it's not too large.
I know yesterday.
Which number is you got 027 or 3434?
0267. I know.
All right, check that out. I'll send it to you.
So what are the clones?
Okay. For example, you've been giving up your plasma, right?
Say that again.
They draw your blood and they separate the plasma from your blood, right? But there are times where you went to the doctors and they drew your blood. Okay, you never got your sample of blood back. Where does that go? You have a clone. I have a clone. We all have clones. I literally remember being in high school, and I remember they had cloned a sheep that was back in 1981. So 40 plus years ago, you know what I'm saying? The technology that is what we think is advanced, but this shit is so far behind at times, you know what I mean? But they're cloning, they went from cloning frogs and sheep, cloning humans, and they kept this shit hush-hush from the people or from society.
Cloning light. Wow.
I literally remember that. I remember that sheep that they had cloned. It was all over the news and everything. That was back 1981. This is 2023. So we are all cloned. Because all they need is a spot of your blood. That's why you have to take ownership of your DNA, everything about you. You have to take ownership of that because you never did.
And that's when you put the value on yourself.
Exactly. You put value on it because you never did.
And would you say that this would be a key for helping artists to own their intellectual property?
Would I say what?
That this would be probably a big support for the artists. You know how they lose all their intellectual property. Whitney, Michael, Prince.
Like they got theirs back. Anita Baker was one. Like she just got her intellectual properties back. I think that might have been 2 or 3 years ago.
Well, did she have to wait 20 or
She,
30 years or
yeah,
something like that.
yes, yes. She just got that shit back, just like I said, 2 or 3 years ago. But we know that she was out in the fucking 80s and 90s. So this is why Prince is no longer here. Michael Jackson's no longer here, you know, amongst others.
Because I can imagine that their intellectual property is probably worth billions, like a whole lot of money, because they still making them every time they play their music online or in the radio, or they getting royalties. But because
Well,
they didn't own their masters, right?
yeah, that's why I claim all intellectual properties. I put a value. All intellectual properties, my DNA, all that. Like,
I claim
I put a value
I'm the
and
woman
I
of the
put it
Bible.
in as my asset and my schedule A of my will and my trust. Because those that have gotten that jab, if they haven't done this, they don't even own themselves. Moderna, Johnson and Johnson, and Pfizer, they own 51% of those people or those beings. They don't even realize it. Oh, my cousin that a couple weeks ago. Don't nobody own me. Okay, friends. All right. I belong to the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay.
But did you ask her what did she sign?
It wasn't a matter of what she signed once she got that injection.
Right.
Because
It
they
is a
own
matter of
that.
what she signed, because she signed something to give her rights away. That's why they did it, and that's what you can shut a person up and say, "What did you sign? Did you
Well,
read the paper you signed?"
well, do they have to sign anything to take the injection?
You always gotta sign your life away so that so the medical field is not liable. We give all the power away when we accept their opinion to practice medicine on us.
So I'm saying, when they were giving out that injection, like at CVS, right, and all these other places, you had to literally sign something.
I'm sure you did.
No, you didn't. You
You just
didn't.
went in and got the jab.
Yeah, you went in and you got the jab and you came out.
So my
It was
question is, how do they keep record of who they gave the jab to and not gave the jab to? They created some application or form or something.
I don't know. I don't know. I sat out. I sat out in front of CBS one day. I was going to go in there, and the lady came out because the lady was still sitting in her vehicle. The lady came out, had her gloves on and all that, and gave this woman the shot in her car. I didn't see her sign anything. Now maybe I looked away and she signed something. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what she did prior. But I know she came out, gave her that motherfucking shot. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit in one of those hazardous bags, those little red hazardous bags, and went back inside.
Okay, but did the lady have to pay for it? She just signed up.
I
Let a
don't know.
random lady come and put a. You get what I'm saying? How do
I
they
get what you're
account
saying.
for?
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I don't know what she did prior.
Right.
I don't know. But all I can go by is what I witnessed with these two eyes. So I didn't ask my cousin per se, did she sign anything? You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. But more than likely, like you say, there has to be some type of list.
List or application or form, because it'd be like they send all these vaccinations out. How they know people ain't just throw them in the trash? They don't. They had to do some kind of audit to say that you received it, and then you probably got some kind of documentation saying you received it. so that you can show it to your employer or whoever. You didn't just go get it and didn't get, there was no exchange of information saying CVS gave me the shot. Because if something happened with that batch that may have been shipped to CVS will have to be able to get in contact with the people that they gave that shot to or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, baby. I know what you're saying. Okay, let me call you right back.
Okay, babe. All right, bye.
Greetings.
I'm your freedom queen, and I'm on a global mission. I have several things going on, but primarily is that I'm going through an awakening, and I'm awakening to the fact that the way that we have been taught to think is inappropriate. And that when you put limitations on the way that you think or you perceive the world, then you only see the world on one page of an entire book. Now, there's a caveat to that because I believe that we have become a functional illiterate society. And not to say that to be insulting to any one of you, but I want you to consider some of the things that you've heard in this conversation and how deep do you go down the rabbit hole to ask questions. The one that asks the most questions is the one that wins. Why? Because the universe is responding to us by asking questions. And the one person now that I'm having an aha moment that comes to mind is Jerry Hicks. Esther and Jerry Hicks, the duo. See, Jerry was the question asker at that time in that space reality for all of you to come into the awareness of the laws concerning the law of attraction, the law of deliberate creation, and the law of allowing me to be your freedom queen, to bring these fresh ideas that are being challenged and channeled through me, through what I call my Lord and my serpent, Lord Edge. He's a protective type of guy that shadows me, but he's also the grand designer of my heart. And he stretches me and he causes me to think. And I want to give you an opportunity to think about some of the things that you heard today. And join me, subscribe, like me, because there ain't nobody else that's going to get us there to that place that we need to be there so that we can have global peace. I am your cosmic queen, and I'm on a global mission to raise consciousness. I'm just going to fix my spelling. I want you to begin to try automatic writing, writing with the pen and writing using your electronic devices. Certain things that you're going to type, you're going to think it's a typo, but it's your unconscious mind and your subconscious mind coming together to rewrite your story.